once more. Good night. Thanks. Good night. Thanks very much, everybody. John McGann, Kevin Burt, Christian Lemaitre, Derek Cunningham, Vanna White.
Are you?
Chiefly yourselves.
Like always. Always.
We've got the best seats.
Oh,
Yeah, front row.
Perfect
I like
picture.
to sing. I sing the best.
Ahoy, mateys!
Ahoy!
This man at the airport has all arrived.
Let's go wait for that guy. Everybody look. Go away.
The idea for my project came to me when I was reading an article in Popular Mechanics about a man, an Australian named Peter Adelaide, who used milk to get rid of powdery mildew on grapes. I thought, why not use whey, which is a really cheap and effective, cheap treatment. I've got a local cheese factory near me, and it's total waste product, it goes to waste. I thought, why not see if it is good to get rid of powdery mildew in watermelon? So what I did is I took 3 Charleston Gray watermelon seedlings and planted them each in 42 different pea pellets. I raised them until they were seedlings. They had 2 small leaves. And then I started, I transplanted them into a paper cups with sterile potting soil. I then grew them until they had 2 crown leaves, where I started trying to induce powdery mildew onto them. Let's see. First I did was I started spraying them with liquid horse manure to help induce powdery mildew. I was doing this in my mom's living room, so she wasn't too happy about this. I also started rubbing the plants with powdery mildew obtained from a greenhouse in Kingston. The powdery mildew was confirmed by a horticulturalist. When they had their true crown leaves, I sorted them randomly into groups, into 6 treatment groups. The first treatment was unpasteurized milk diluted to 90% with 90% water, pasteurized milk diluted with 90% water, whey diluted with 90% water, a sulfur-based fungicide like you buy in a store, and I used 2 control groups, one water and another no treatment at all, to provide a basis. I found that as you can see, whey and unpasteurized milk did about the same, while pasteurized milk and sulfur-based fungicide did about the same as well. However, unpasteurized milk and whey did much better than the sulfur-based fungicide. You can see that water and no treatment had very high scores. I measured mean infected leaf area per plant and percentage of infected leaves, both 21 days after the first spray and 28 days after the first spray. Sulfur-based fungicides have a lot of very harmful problems to them. One of them is it raises the acidity level in soil, which destroys helpful bacteria. Another one is that it acts as an insecticide and eradicates predatory insects such as ladybugs, lacewings, and also creates outbursts of aphids and scales as well. My evaluations were both done blind as well. Another thing that it does, it destroys, it becomes phytotoxic in temperatures above 15 degrees Celsius, just the temperatures where powdered mildew thrives. So it causes serious leaf burns as well and scarring to the fruit. You probably see for the average home grower, you probably use pasteurized milk because it works just as well as the sulfur-based fungicide, and it's easy to get, and it doesn't have all the harmful environmental effects. However, the organic watermelon farmer will probably find that whey is a more effective treatment because it is really cheap and it's a lot more effective as well.
From underground parkings to house foundations, concrete has become one of the most important materials in worldwide. For my project, I made concrete and I added different amounts of styrene pellets in the cylinders. I wanted to determine if it was weaker or stronger, determining with the amount of styrene. So I thought that the cylinder having 8.3% of styrene would be the strongest, having the correct amount of styrene. So I did my experiments at St. Lawrence College, and I used a hydraulic press to compress each cylinder having different amounts of styrene. I made tables and graphs to demonstrate my results, and I used 3 different regressions, and I determined which regression would fit best to my results. The one that fit best results was the quadratic regression, having 80% of my results good. And I calculated its density, and its constraints. So the more styrene I added, the weaker it became, but it was always getting lighter. So there's an advantage and a disadvantage. My observations was that you had to mix well my concrete to avoid air bubbles, because the first time I did my experiments, my cylinders had a lot of air bubbles, which weakened a lot of my results. Conclusion, it's more disadvantaging to add styrene into the concrete. However, using the correct amount of styrene, you can have an advantage here. So with 1% of styrene, as you can see here, it is higher than the one having no styrene.
Judges, do you believe that newspaper can support 12 kilograms of mass? Well, in my experiment, it's possible to make a newspaper seem like a superweight holder. My apparatus is composed of a PVC plastic tube held vertically by assembled wooden stake above the ground. Newspaper and saran wrap is wrapped around the bottom, and substrate is then added into the tube. A vertically inserted metal rod with a wooden plate attached to the top of it is inserted into the substrate to support, and weights are loaded onto the wooden plate to support mass. I tested different variables, including the kind of substrate used in the tube, the compactness of substrates, and the water addition effect to the substrates. To test all these variables, I changed substrates by growing different substrates into the tube. I compacted by tampering my rod and added water to the substrate before putting the substrate into the tube. The results I got from the testing were agreeing with my hypotheses, and the sand and clay soil both supported a massive 2 kilograms. Pine soil supported a massive 5 kilograms. Compactness increased the mass supported, and water addition generally decreased the supportable mass. These results can be explained by the following discussion, and especially this diagram. First of all, after doing some research, I found that it is not really the newspaper on the bottom that supports the weight, but the substrate and substrate particle friction interaction inside the tube, the substrate itself, the friction interaction inside the tube. This friction interaction is described in this diagram, whereas when the rod is going down due to the weight from weights loaded onto the wooden plate, it sinks down into the substrate, and friction between substrate and rod moves the substrate particles up in the opposite direction as the rod. And particles right beside them go down in the opposite direction as those particles. And this happens in a circular cycle that keeps repeating until it reaches the inside of the tube, and friction between the substrate and the inside of the tube directs the force up, therefore locking up the inside to jam up the tube and supporting the mass. I found that for compaction, I can extra compact by splitting the compaction in half, meaning that pour half the substrate, tampering my rod, pour another half and tampering again. This increases the density of the substrate, which increases the supportable mass and the friction interaction inside the tube. When the tampering happens separately, the top of the part that is tampered by the rod is tempered more, is compacted more, because the denser parts of the compaction is near the top. That way you can compact more. I found that sand cannot really be compacted because its particles are rigid, and I did some calculations based on the facts, estimating that the particles are round and rigid themselves, and the same size. I predicted in my conclusion the close packing formation and close packing efficiency of sand. It can be calculated by that formula right there, and I won't go into that, but it's because the sand particles are rigid. And I found that actually per unit inside there's 74% of actual solid sand space occupation and 26% water, like air, void space. This also helped me guide the water addition for the sand, because if I added too much, if I added more than 26%, it would sort of overflow the top of the sand.
Didn't get one, did you? Okay, Mike, look out for
Water
it.
addition generally decreases the mass because water acts as a lubricant and coats particles, substrate particles, and decreases the frictional interaction. Acts as a lubricant, decreases the frictional interaction, therefore decreases the supportable mass. Clay soil behave. When I tested clay soil for water addition, it behaved very differently because there's clay soil. The soils had an optimum water content. The optimum water content exists in all soils, and the reason the potting soil didn't have an optimum water content is because the potting soil was probably already on its downward slope of the optimum water content, because clay soil had an upward and then downward correlation, and potting soil was already on its downward correlation. And in conclusion, I guess this is a misnomer, the title, and it's not really the newspaper that is a superlative, but actually the frictional interaction inside the substrates.
When we are first born, we have no coordination at all. When we start to grow, we develop what we call motor skills. There are two different kinds of motor skills: gross motor skills and fine motor skills. Gross motor skills are the coordination of your larger muscles, which can be used in sports such as basketball or soccer. Fine motor skills are the coordination of your smaller muscles, which can be used in jobs such as surgeons and dentists. As we develop fine motor skills, we also develop a sense called proprioception and balance. Those are important factors in fine motor skills. We built this apparatus to test fine motor skills in children.
Okay. We wanted to test 4 major parts. If your hand movement going from the direction from left to right or right to left would make a difference, or is the age or sex would make a difference. Before the students did the test, we asked them questions if they did sports, video games, or instruments to see if that made any different results for our test. For our first hypothesis, we thought that going from left to right would be better than right to left, because that is the way North Americans read and write. We thought that the older age group would do better than the younger age group, because they had more time to develop their fine motor skills. We thought that girls would do slightly better than boys, because they do more creative things such as drawing and coloring, so they would use their hands a lot more. We thought that sports, video games, and instruments would make a positive effect on our results. We tested 300 people in total, 100 in each age group, 50 males and 50 females. For our test, we tested 2 things: how many times they hit and how far they went when they first hit.
For our first hypothesis, we were not correct. Going from left to right only had an effect on older boys, which would be from 10-year-olds to 13-year-olds. It had a slight difference on the girls and the younger boys, but not enough to make a real difference. Girls did do slightly better than boys, which made our second hypothesis correct. The oldest age group did do the best, and your results improved as you aged. There are too many people out of the 300 people that we tested that played video games and sports, but only a third of them played instruments. By calculating the averages, we found that people who played instruments had better results than people who did not.
We think that people who did sport, or who went from left to right, right to the left, that the males did better from left to right because they are forced to read and write in the direction of that, and they don't do as much creative things. But the females, they do a lot of drawing or coloring, and that makes their hand movement go from left to right and right to left. So when we test the results, they are more average.
We think that people who played instruments are better because they tend to have more patience, because they practice piano or guitar, which are one of the most common instruments to me. And when they make a mistake, they just keep on going and they try hard. But for people who don't play instruments, once they make a mistake, usually they just whoa, and they give up, and they give up. We also think that people who practice instruments require a lot of manual movement, which might improve your fine motor skills, and it might also trigger something in your brain that you do when you practice instruments a lot, if you have them.
And we're done.
Hello. I did my project on, the title is Does Echinacea Work Better Than a Placebo? And basically I did my project with 15 girls from the Victorian Mint, and for 10 days I gave them a chart and they had to record the flu symptoms. Then for the next 20 days I divided them up into 3 groups of 5 people. 5 of them got echinacea pills, 5 of them got placebo pills, which are fake pills, and 5 of them got nothing, they were the control. And for the people taking the pills, I said they were either getting echinacea or placebo. So I was trying to figure out if the placebo effect works. So basically, for 20 days they recorded the cold and flu symptoms to chart. And then after I analyzed the data, and I determined that echinacea and the placebo worked pretty much the same at preventing cold and flu symptoms. So echinacea is a big scam. And yeah, that's pretty much it. That's all I have to say.
You honorate!
say we'd be jesters with Actums and Winchesters, and we'd soon wipe out half St. John's. But if they hate to bolster our courage with a holster, then we'll fill up the grace with a high-speed chase. No, they won't give the cops any guns.
We're on a budget. They can get me for free, so here I am. Anyway, we're going to get you guys singing If You Know This. My problem is at my age, I never know what folks your age know. So we'll test this to see. If I can find the words. Oh, and I also don't know any words to any songs, so you'll see me going through a book to find all the words. And if I mumble in the middle of them, it's because my eyesight is getting bad and I can't read them when I
Work with me.
Time for some grease.
Work with me. Would that mean that you are... Oh, it's getting cold already. Right there! Right there! There he goes, he just blew!
You can see something under the water!
He just blew right there!
There, see the green? Yeah, that's under the surface. What were they doing? Why they stopped up there? Way over there.
Look at your camera. Look at here something.
Same way, like we got two here, mother and calf.
There he is!
Got it! Got it! Got it!
So we got a couple out here. I said we're getting a good look at them.
That was gorgeous.
See the blue thing.
Here he goes. There he goes.
That's the mother. Half is over to the right.
You're very lucky, guys. It's very early in the season.
Yeah. Yes.
These guys were a little lucky to go back to tell me the mother and calf. They thought it was the
Oh my goodness.
They're right in the middle of it.
Do the jigs.
There he is. Just came up.
Here comes the tail.
Plus we can't really use the anyway, and I like missed half the time.
There he goes.
Oh, there's a hand.
A fin.
That's good. Shut up. Sit down. Oh, you.
There he is. There he is right there.
No. Look at double finger.
You're really bad because of Nick.
I've only taken one picture. There's his foot. I got it.
His foot?
Tail, Bailey. Come on.
A science student?
The whale. It's corresponding to the human foot.
You guys are very lucky. Go backwards when you go down.
Mr. Moser, did you see the whale? How you doing, Mr. Moser?
There he goes.
It's the calf. Is he white on his underneath?
There he is.
These pectoral flippers, he's all white underneath.
I got this one.
Oh, I don't think that one
Good.
works. That one's right there. Whoa! That's a big massive. I get millionaires.
There it is. See how much I got. I'm going for about 15 minutes. Yeah.
Oh, come on.
That's really. Okay.
and down to privy on the other side. And I'll show you that. I'll take you around to the other side to get a better look at it. This earthen area right here is where an alchemist worked. An alchemist is someone who digs for precious metals in the soil. However, we don't believe that he had a very successful career here, because we just don't have precious metals here in Ireland. Just to point out, in 1673 there was a Dutch raid here. The Dutch came with roughly
Do you see what we did?
Okay, what we have here is the planter's house. The planter is someone who comes here and just plants themselves here. Behind me you can see the indentation in the ground. This is the actual size of the planter's house. Here at the top is the fireplace, which was the full width of the house. If you can notice, well you can't.
I was at Biggins Cove and took those pictures. They always keep those 4 boats tied up at Biggins Cove.
For a very good reason. And I think that's just what they've done here. Since they can't fish. Where are we? What is Cape Spears? What's the weather like? What's it like? Wet. What's it like? What's it like? What's it like?
Freezing rain.
Freezing rain.
Spears, sunny North America.
Yeah, right. It's gone in the bucket. Oh, yes. Here, wait.
All right, get over there, Connor.
Get distracted, I guess.
How's your horse?
There's like one lighthouse. That's the population. No, that's where we were before. See the circle of the earth. Where? The most easterly point. We're over there. Move, ladies. Yeah.
he's standing in midair. Whee! This is so fun to roll down. Very funny. Looks like people have already I saw so many of my students because they're all on the city.
That's cool. Oh, Dominic, don't eat it.
This tour is so much better than yesterday.
Yes.
This is way
You gotta come around this way. This way. This way, there's no Dominic, don't eat balls. Can't eat balls.
Oh, cool. It's walking.
Yeah.
No, it's big. More camera.
I wonder where we actually see it.
Over by the sailboat.
Looking
Oh, yeah.
whales or not.
Oh, yeah, I see the boat.
That's my dessert from lunch.
Woo! This looks good.
Mr. Spencer, this is Bob.
I think that one's. Yeah! This one's trying to eat the other one.
Oh, we have a department for that one.
Around lake flight. 1.3 billion kilometers away. After that, doors closed up. He got
Hey, Quinte!
Hey, war ceremony.
He's gonna win every single one.
Merci à Général Canada.
Au Canada, terre de nos aïeux, ton front des saints, des fleurons glorieux, with glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north strong and free, from far and wide, O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
Et de nouveaux amis venus de partout au Canada cette semaine. Et si on faisait un peu connaissance avec tous les gens rencontrés cette semaine?
So please watch the screens right now. See if you see yourself or your friends. Still do, get milk.
Shanna Gerard, Central.
Eric Yao, Quinte, the Superweight Holder newspaper.
Catherine Brown, Blue Water, Wind or Water. Erica Jackson et Lorraine Schuen, Quinte, test your coordination. Testez votre coordination.
And now the intermediate bronze medal recipients for health sciences.
Raphaël Morin, Quinte, Plastimate. Samantha Beaulieu-Truchon et Roseline Vandal, CDLS.
Hello.
What's up? How's it going?
Yo!
This goes in the Brentonian. So it has to
Go Brentonian.
Hey, why
Oh,
are
boom,
you
boom.
filming
Intelligence.
us not doing it?
No intelligence. I'm breathing.
squeeze.
What? Squeeze, Connor.
Squeeze, Connor. Just for that picture. I know you're not interested.
Stop filming.
For the pleasure. Other purposes.
Please smile.
Take two, Dominic.
I'm gonna take thousands.
Get it quickly. Ready? Let's do it again.
Oh, hair.
Keep the smiles. Keep the smiles, Catherine. Oh, there goes Raphael. Just got blown away. Oh, Lorraine.
Find someone to take pictures of us.
I'd like to take videos of this. Absolutely not because we have 2 years. Wait!
Connor, ready now, Connor? Do it.
Wait a second. Taking a picture of us. Connor's taking out his picture. He's destroying his project in the process. Alright, then I should. No, come on, shoot.
Get him near there.
Wonder what that most actors do.
Oh, come on. I need to hold this.
Raphael.
I'll press your right leg over your left. Don't knock me off. I'm in the back already.
Yeah, oh, man.
Guys, I'm...
Good evening, everyone. I have the first winner for the March Prize right here. You have the door prize.
Go with the Raphael. Erica. Lorraine. Hello, buddy. Hey there. We're back.
Well, that's simple. It looks fine. Oh, yeah.
All the good ships, seafarers coming soon, aha, me guys. All the good ships, seafarers coming soon, we'll tell you all about it in this tune, aha, me guys, a real light day. We'll start the week with a meet and greet, aha, me guys. We'll start the week with a meet and greet to give you a chance to put up your feet, aha, me boys, a real light day.
We'll rant and we'll roar like true Newfoundlanders. We'll rant and we'll roar on deck and below, until we strike bottom inside the two sunkers. We're straight through the channel to Oslo we'll go. I'm a son of a sea cook, I'm a cook and a trader. I can dance, I can sing, I can reef the main boom, I can handle a jigger, I cuts a fine figure whenever I gets in a boat standing room. We'll rant and we'll roar like true Newfoundlanders. We'll rant and we'll...
Hi, I'm Aaron Rudkin. And I'm Greg Dale, and we're here to invite you to the Canada-wide Science Fair 2004 in St. John's, Newfoundland, the Sea Fair. This is St. John's International Airport,
where the crew of the Sea Fair will arrive and begin their journey. Welcome to Memorial University Residences,
where everyone will be registering. This is where the crew will be berthed for the Sea Fair 2004. Welcome to the Field House, or as it shall be known, the Good Ship Sea Fair.
Its 5,600 square meters of space are ample room for all student projects and exhibitions. Through land tours and sea tours and cultural events, the Sea Fair offers a taste of what it is to be a Newfoundlander.
Here we are in historic downtown St. John's.
This is but one of many locales where students will be invited to experience Newfoundland culture and hospitality.
The new St. John's Civic Center will host our opening and closing banquets. Home to award-winning cuisine, its large space will provide a fine location for our Scoff and Scoff.
We end our quick tour of Sea Fair here at the Arts and Culture Center.
This center will be the site for ceremonies and award presentations. Thanks for tuning in.